In the previous podcast, we brought together the full scope of arboricultural practices and how they support urban forest management. Now we're transitioning into a new domain, communication and public engagement. Because even the best arboricultural practices will not succeed without public understanding and support. Urban forestry does not happen in isolation. It happens in communities, on streets, in parks, and in neighborhoods where people live, work, and interact with trees every day. And that means communication is not optional. It is essential. Let's start with a key idea. Urban forestry is as much about people as it is about trees. Every decision, planting, pruning, removal, affects people. And people have opinions, expectations, and concerns. Understanding this human dimension is critical. Now let's consider why communication matters. Imagine a tree is removed from a neighborhood street. From an arborist's perspective, the tree may have been declining or posed a safety risk. But from a resident's perspective, that tree may have provided shade, beauty, and personal value. Without communication, that removal may be seen as unnecessary or even harmful. This is where communication bridges the gap. It helps explain the reasoning behind decisions. It builds understanding, and it helps align expectations. Now let's talk about types of communication. Communication in urban forestry can take many forms. It may include direct conversations with residents, public meetings, educational materials, or digital outreach through websites and social media. Each method serves a different purpose. Now let's consider clarity. Technical information must often be translated into language that the public can understand. For example, instead of saying structural defect, an arborist might explain that a branch is weak and could break. Clear communication makes information accessible. Now let's talk about listening. Communication is not just about speaking. It is also about listening. Residents may have concerns about tree maintenance, safety, or aesthetics. Understanding these concerns helps arborists respond more effectively. Now let's consider trust. Trust is built over time. Consistent, transparent communication helps build credibility. When people understand why decisions are made, they are more likely to support them. Now let's talk about conflict. Urban forestry often involves competing interests. Some people may want more trees. Others may be concerned about maintenance or infrastructure impacts. Effective communication helps navigate these conflicts. It allows arborists to explain trade-offs and find balanced solutions. Now let's connect this to program success. Urban forestry programs rely on public support. Planting programs, preservation efforts, and funding all depend on community engagement. Communication helps build that support. Now let's consider education. Public education is a key part of communication. Teaching people about the benefits of trees, proper care, and the role of urban forestry helps create informed communities. Now let's connect this to arboriculture. Arborists are often the face of urban forestry. They interact directly with the public. Their ability to communicate effectively influences how their work is perceived. For the ISA Urban Forest Professional Exam, focus on communication principles. You should understand why communication is important in urban forestry, the need to translate technical concepts into clear language, the role of listening in communication, and how communication builds trust. Questions may involve identifying effective communication strategies in different situations. Communication is what connects arboriculture to the community. It turns technical work into shared understanding, and it helps ensure that urban forestry efforts are supported and sustained. In the next podcast, we'll build on this by exploring public education and how cities engage communities in understanding and supporting the urban forest. You've been listening to the Arborist-podcast. Our goal is to grow our collective knowledge, one domain at a time. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe to help us keep this momentum. Until next time, let's keep growing this community together.